Hola, hola! Bienvenidos a todos. My name is Senora File, and I am very excited to welcome you here to this YouTube channel. I'm one of the instructors at Valley Leadership Academy for Spanish. And if you're watching this video, it means that you or your student is in our 5 to 8 beginning Spanish class. And I wanted to talk to you about some of the resources that we have to support you as a parent on this language journey that you're doing with your child. VLA is a homeschool support, and so we want to have resources even for our language programs that support you at home in what you are doing. And so it gives you flexibility and resources that you can use as you see fit at what works best with you and your student. And so the course book that we'll be using this year is Spanish for Children Primer A. And in this, there are several things that happen. There's a lot of consistency between the chapters. There are memory pages, there's grammar, there are worksheets, and there are quizzes. And the memory pages I wanted to go over with you and to explain a little bit of what to expect. There are phrases, sometimes there are conversations, there's a section called canto, and there is a vocabulario section. Now this section, what matters is the frequency of study and practice, not the duration. So when you are going through and planning with your student for their scheduling, when they're going to be doing what, you want to have more frequent exposure to Spanish instead of once a week, a whole long session. This memory section, the memory pages, can be done every time your child sits down to do Spanish. It can be done daily. It can be done 4 times a week. And there are playlists on this channel, the memory playlist for each chapter. We'll go over those so that they will hear the word pronounced correctly and support them if they are studying at home. And so I hope that you check out that playlist often. It is constantly growing as we go through the chapters to give you support at home. Now, when your child first sits down to a chapter, the first thing that they're going to want to do is make some vocabulary cards. Now, there is no wrong way to make a vocabulary card. I have here my favorite way to make a vocabulary card because what it avoids is having your brain lose time thinking of a word in English and then translating it to Spanish. We don't want to have translation. We just want to have language acquisition that is more natural. And so a way that you can do that is with pictures. So in the vocabulario, there will always be verbs and some nouns. And my favorite way is to have a picture of the verb or the noun. On the back, the Spanish, and then it's folded. So under the flap is the English. So for example, this is the noun to speak, hablar. So I would see the picture, I would think in my mind to speak, or the act of speaking, hablar, right? Hablar. And I would check on the back, did I get it right? Hablar. Now if I couldn't remember what it was or what it meant, I can peek and see the English written, but it's not there right at once. So that your student will start associating hablar. That's what this is, hablar, right? And so as they're going through this, they will be able to see the picture and check if they got it right. And then if they couldn't remember exactly what it meant, they have a backup plan to peek at what the English is. Doing it that way helps avoid the habit of translating and thinking to love, amar, to speak, hablar. And so using pictures or actions whenever possible, we'll try to do in class. And if you support your student in having a habit of that at home, the pictures do not need to be fancy. They can be very, very simple. They can be stick figures. I know we have a lot of artists at our school. They can be more fancy. They can be printouts of clip art that you find online. You just want to have something that will help trigger in their mind what that is. And sometimes like the word practice, you just can't think of a good way to draw a picture. You could write the English word, of course. But as often as can, it is a good idea or a good habit to use pictures and then the Spanish word associated with that. Again, everyone's learning style is different. So whatever works best for you and your student, that is what you want to do. I am really excited for the opportunity that I have to be part of this language journey with you and your student. Please reach out to me through Alma, for the parent portal. If you have questions or would like to talk about how we can help support your student, please let me know, and we will see you in class. Take care.